Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Prison Architect. It is very calm, about 1:30 in the morning. Nobody's acting up. Nobody's doing strange, nefarious things. Everything is peaceful. And I'm hoping it stays that way, but, you know, I got my doubts. All right, so we have a lot of staff that have been trained in these things. And I'm going to go ahead and sort of just kind of stop these for the time being. We have 10 people that have passed. I'm hoping that means we have adequate staff that can handle electrical things when needed. I'm going to try to kind of start weaning down a little bit on these programs, maybe start introducing some of the other ones. And we also have taser certification that we could do, but remember, that's very expensive. So I'd like to maybe get done what we're going to do today before we get into that. I now have 2 orderlies. One hanging out in the canteen, one's hanging out kind of in here. And to be honest, I think probably we don't even need to have this guy specifically in this area, but I have this padded holding cell. These are where my my criminally insane people are going to hang out. We still have this cell here that's dedicated to everybody else, and then the rest of these, this is not a padded cell anymore. The rest of these will be there like that. Okay, so for this side, we want to have, and I haven't even thought about this yet, so we're just going to brainstorm this on the fly. We want to have an area where we can have some protective custody and some criminally insane kind of share an area, but you know, they're gonna kind of be sharing, but not really, right? So I think the first thing to do is sort of decide where they're going to be walking to get where they need to go. I know that I want to have a shop shelf right here. Or, yeah, like one of these stands. I've moved the shelves around, and I want to have another place where they can be served here, okay? Doing that means I can't get protective custody into here to work unless I create a new door. And I'm not really into that yet, but I could always put a door in one of these little spots here and get them in here. I've got this airlock right here. This area is sort of like our separator, so that we can have staff in here to maintain these 2 doors, as well as this airlock area, if you will. If you've never seen this channel before or never been here before, I place airlocks like this, and I call them airlocks even though they're not, but it's kind of just the name. It's sort of like this intermediary zone where I can place it staff only and completely cut off 2 sections, because if you just do them with a door, it's not going to work. You have to have some sort of gap to where you can restrict their movements that way. Now, there are ways to put in, I want to say it was a mod initially, and it may be not a thing anymore. I don't know, but there used to be a little tile, if you will, a little thing you could place on the ground that would do this, and maybe it's in deployment, actually. I don't know where it is. It might have been a mod, but there was an actual specific tile that you could place down to separate rooms like that, but I don't have that installed anymore. So we're just going to use this little area. So this classroom is very small. I might turn this into something else. I think that would probably be a wise decision to turn this into something else. This is going to be our classroom that we're going to have, much bigger. And so for the cells in here, we have to have 2 very distinct zones in here for this. We're going to have much more, or I should say many more criminally insane than we are protective custody. So why don't we start by having protective custody on this side, 1, 2, 3 wall. We can place cells here, and we'll have them be the standard normal size cells that we're used to having. Kind of like this. I guess it'll be something like this. Yep. We'll have a couple of areas here for people having solitary, because that's going to be a thing that we want to make sure we do. Like that. This door probably goes away. We'll see. I have this as a staff-only access area for the pump right now, but this could be where our cells are. Now, the only downside of that is it places a large pipe right through this cell, which isn't the best. However, I don't think they're going to be motivated to use that pipe, because right out here is where it is, right? So they're much more likely to go this direction. And if they're going to use the pipe, that's going to place them in here surrounded by fences. So we're going to manage this anyway. We're going to have dogs and stuff outside trying to sniff this out, and everything I think will be okay. Another thing we could potentially do to offset this as a problem, because I don't think we're going to have this many protective custody, at least not right away, is we could simply create a separate room. And this could be like a common room for these guys to hang out in. And then I have the large pipe going through that room instead. It's not that far away from the rest of this, but I think that's probably a good compromise. So, yeah, we'll try that. So we're going to start things off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 protective custody cells. And then we have this common room area, very small. It doesn't have to be very big. And then what we could do is have this area sort of be like a shared environment. So what we'll do is we'll have, let's say this is sort of like our canteen area. So this is the area where everybody's going to be eating and having a good time. We're going to set up, trays and stuff for them to go get it, tables, etc. And then we'll have the crazy cells, the criminally insane cells, like right here. Maybe this is too big. I think maybe it needs to go a little bit more down. So we can start with the walls. Perhaps even share this wall. I think so. I think we'll share this. We'll have this actually be a wall that takes them as cells. So 1, 2, 3, wall. And then it goes like this. Hello, autosave. We'll go like this and then like this. So these will be 4 cells here, followed by another 2 cells here. Good. So we'll have those, and then we'll add a small gap, come down 9, I believe is the right number. 1, 2, 3, wall. Yep. So this is going to end up being additional cells. And then we'll do the same thing down here, bring it all the way over. It's going to be this far. So this will end up being our cell block for our criminally insane. And we're not going to have a whole lot to start out, but we can expand it this way further as we need to. And this is going to let me, again, have protective custody here and these guys here. And then we'll just need to schedule it to where whenever these guys are out roaming around free, these guys are locked up. And then whenever, and vice versa, right? And just to start things out, until I get maybe more protective custody where I have like 5 or 6 of them, I start needing more and more. We could then also turn this into a holding cell for them. That actually might be even better to do. And then the protective custody people could all just stay in the same dormitory. See, now I'm liking that idea better because I can have a lot more of them. Yep, we're going to do that instead. Changed my minded. There it is. And I know some of you guys were like wanting me to make dorms. I mean, I don't do dorms. If you're new here, I don't really do dorms. I'm not really a big fan of the making dorms. But in this particular case, it works because I can have sort of like 2 different rooms without needing to have them be separated by anything. So like the common room, for example, does not need to be separated with a wall. So I could have this be a common room space, right? And then I could flip this and have a dormitory like this. Now, the dormitory does need to be surrounded by walls and doors, which is no big deal because if we just kind of do something like this... Actually, I probably should make a double door. Like, actually, a single door is fine. We'll put a single door right there. And then we just have the common room be kind of over like this. Right? So what we get with this is a place for them to hang out, and then a place for them to sleep and hang out here like this too. We also remove any risk of tunneling because we can have a guard dedicated 24/7 inside the dormitory, and as long as there's a guard in here, they won't dig. So we can do that too. And then the guard is very close to this area here where they need to be. We could actually change this a little bit, move this dog crate to be kind of like this instead. And then we stick a staff door right here. And what we end up with is direct access to this area for staff. So we can have dedicated people in here standing by. I like this a lot better. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to come up here. We'll have a yellow jail door there. We'll have let's say a white one there. And then we need cells. Now, the cells could be exactly the same as these. We don't need to adjust what works. So let's just take the clone tool. We're just going to come down and do this. I can go one more, actually. Yeah, about like this. So we'll make some cells like that. We can go in and clone this as well. We'll do one at a time. It's probably good here. Actually, we want it to be like... No, we'll take it like this first. And then what we'll do is go like this. And now, well, I was hoping to copy that light. I'll just place the light. It's not a big deal. Okay, like that. And then like this and like this. Yep. And then same thing through here. And copy this down and go like that. Now that's a lot of money. So to help me with that, I have a 5 prisoner intake that's going to start here soon. And this entire area is staff only, so I don't have to deal with it yet. We're going to have protective custody be here in this dormitory, and then we're going to build it out. But I like this a lot better. Oh, here we go. Severe weather detected. Incoming weather event detected. Let's take a look. Weather warning issued. We have a weak storm that's going to happen in 12 hours. So we're going to have a nice big storm. It'll be a weak storm, but it'll be there. Wind speed goes to almost 30 meters per second. And then starts to slow down as over time. So it'll last about half the day. Now, I've positioned a lightning rod here to protect the power grid. But as my power grid has been expanding further this way, I've added another one here. So we have full coverage of this with lightning rods. And then I've also gone ahead and expanded this down here because there's a lot of outside area here too. So we've got a lightning rod here. Sort of cover this outdoor walkway area. I've got another one here, which is also covering this and this little airlock area. And then we also have another one. Well, okay, so I had another one over here, but I've changed my mind on it. I've moved deliveries to be indoors now. Because workmen have that warmth need they didn't have before, I thought it was appropriate to have the deliveries all be indoors so that it could be heated. So now that when they're wandering around, we don't have to deal with that anymore, especially in the winter time. Since it's autumn, it's going to be cold very soon. I also can now expand this kitchen out to about here if I want to. So I can make that bigger too. This area, if you're wondering, like, why am I not building anything in here? The canteen is going to expand. I said that before, but I'm just making sure people understand it. The canteen is going to expand all the way to this wall. So eventually the canteen will be out here. And then this will be the yard. It'll be this small section here. But I have it sectioned off with the fences and stuff now, just to sort of separate prisoners, control the flow of where they can go. And then also just to make sure that guards are positioned in strategic places. Like, instead of having guards in here, but they're all over here when they're coming through the door, I can now have them right here. I think I had patrols. Yeah, I have a dog through here too that's like sniffing around. So that's cool as well. What I don't have is a metal detector on this jail door. I think that's probably because the jail door is temporary, right? Because eventually that main door is going to be over here. And I just haven't bothered to like run electrical cables and things that way, so. Okay, so to help me pay for this, I've got 5 more prisoners coming in today. Which they just came in on this bus that's going to be coming here shortly. Any minute now. Bus, maybe. I don't know. They should have come through here. So I'm going to close this as soon as I see the bus. There we go. So we'll close that, and then we don't need to worry about it anymore. That'll help me pay for it a little bit. We do not have a bank loan. I'm considering taking one. We have a decent cash flow, and I'd like to pay for this. So why don't I go ahead and grab, let's say that much. Now, I've already grabbed the grant for Criminally Insane Wing, so that when we get this wing done, we just get that money. Uh-oh. What is this? Sustenance of the land has destroyed a section of our outer wall. Right, so that is where? I mean, our outer wall. Are you talking about the fence or? Oh, it's this. It's like the least consequential thing possible. Yeah, fine, whatever. I guess there's a Problem with the land. Sure. Fix that as soon as possible. Are you making a break for it? We may need more guards. We're starting to get higher concentration of prisoners, and they're all very, like, they're like gang members and stuff, right? We may need more guards. I have quite a few. I have 57 guards, all with body armor. I guess if you count the dog handlers in that number, yeah. So all of them with body armor, but I do not have tasers yet. I'm waiting to make sure that I have this done and can actually have them segregated properly. And then I also want to make sure I have good cash flow too. We have started prisoners working in the workshop, but they don't work nearly long enough. My schedule doesn't account for a whole lot of work time, at least not yet. So I'm going to work on regime too, because I need to have these guys separated, but I also want to give them enough work time to where they can be productive for me. We're also going to need, it looks like, 2 psychiatrist offices. And yeah, maybe we do place, maybe we use these as psychiatrist offices and then have the classrooms somewhere else. You know, like the classrooms could be somewhere else. I could put them over here. Maybe put one right here or on this side, because my power grid's going to expand this way. So maybe put one over on this side. I have a lot of room left. I really only need one. I don't want to have a whole lot of them because they're expensive and I'm a cheap ass. What's going on here? You know what? Let's get, I think it's a repairman that does it all. Let's just get a repairman to come and do it right now. I don't know why my workmen aren't doing that, but if a repairman can come in and just fix it, then whatever, it's like $250. Yeah, so they're going to go and fix this up and make everything look nice again. Thankfully, it's my training room, so it's not, we're not having to deal with it with regular workers and stuff. Are you done? First aid station was destroyed, too. That's interesting. Let's get, first aid. First aid station. What's up? A fire has started in the kitchen. That should be extinguished immediately. Yep. The prisoners working here is a little bit of an issue with this zone here. Just to give some extra protection on this, I'm going to go ahead and do a big jail door right here. Just to lock this up even more while they're working in this kitchen. I don't need to expand this kitchen yet, but I don't want them to like just run out here. There are a lot of doors. There's a lot of deterrence here, but if they decide to go this way, for example, all they need to do is get to here and then they're out. So speaking of which, what are you guys doing? Why are the cooks way up here? Dude, what are you doing? Get back in the kitchen. Like, this isn't even a break room. I don't know what you're doing. Get in here. There we go. Are we fixed yet on this? It's just that. So we want to place this down, and we want to make sure that the room has a first aid kit. Just like that. And then it looks like my hot water pipe didn't get connected because of the fire. Yep, that's why. This pipe got broken, but we have redundancy. This is the reason why we go from multiple directions for the sprinklers. And it's because fires will destroy your plumbing too. So if you come in from multiple directions, there's a high likeliness that your sprinklers continue to be supplied with water, which is good that way. There are no free cells for this guy. Can't you just go to the dorm? You can go to the dorm. There's a dorm for you. No free cells. I'm Warren Chapel. Just 20 years for manslaughter. I mean, you can go inside the dormitory. That's meant for your security level. Oh, right, we need water here, yeah. Forgot all about the water. You know what? We can go this way with it. And this way. And this way. And then we can also take one pipe up just in case they ruin it. Take one pipe up that way too. Why not? little bit of redundancy there too. And then we have the water boiler right here, so I think we can reach the whole thing. Actually, we can easily reach the whole thing because we could just go from this one too. So we end up with something that looks a little bit like this, which is pretty easy. We'll just connect them both up. And then along this wall, we'll have hot water going this way. Yeah, we'll have the hot water pipe go this way. The cold water pipe can go this way as well, like that. It's pretty easy. And then along this wall, we'll place the drain. We'll say 2 showers. Also a wall light, because we can. We'll say 2 showers and 2 toilets. That should be plenty for now. We'll have that be like big priorities here because I want to get this going. And then we'll take and say for deployment, this is going to be the pink. We already have it done. Beds. We're going to use the bunk beds. I don't believe we'll need them, but we'll use the bunk beds and we'll place, let's say 5 of them. This gives me room for 10 prisoners at a time, which is kind of nifty. We'll give them a bench that they can, you know, sit for comfort and all that kind of stuff too. And then I think I might give them a window facing outwards just for the time being. Maybe a fan just to help improve their grade a little bit. We can stick a fan in the corner like this. So yeah, that'll probably be fine. So when all this stuff is done, we have this common room. The common room is going to be shared, right? But we're just going to make sure that the free time slot for these guys is alternating, right? So they never have free time at the same time. Make sure this door locks down from that side, and we're out of money. Wow. Okay, that's a bad thing. So let's increase our debt a little bit. And the reason why that's a bad thing is because you want to make sure you always... I've said this in previous series, but I want to reiterate it just for people who are new. If you miss a payment, your credit rating drops very fast. You don't want it to get to 0, then you can't take any more loans. So it's better to borrow a little bit extra to make sure that you can make your payments than it is to let your payment lapse. So I'm going to borrow a little bit extra. I'm not going to buy anything else here. I'm going to wait and see how the money goes for today. Hopefully we have, yeah, see right here, these guys are working on the solar panel program. That's part of reform. These guys are working in the workshop. That's nice. And hopefully we export a good amount of license plates. I want to get them working on license plate stuff too. We really need that. When we bring in the prisoners here too, let me also go in with rooms. Yeah, so we want this to be, no, rooms, padded cells, padded cell, padded cell, padded cell, padded cells, padded cells, padded cells. Okay, so these will be padded cells, and we can now store 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We only need to bring in 10, so we have enough room for everybody. And this is going to be our canteen area. So we'll say canteen, and we'll just have it be like this. No, it will not be a staff canteen. Yeah, this is not staff only. No. We'll turn this off staff only for now. This is still staff only here. And then these are padded cells. I actually don't want that. No. I do want this to be staff only, because I don't want them to start moving prisoners over here yet. 6,100. I think I have enough to do this part at least. Let's take and get small tables and benches. So we'll go with this. Yeah, kind of like that. And then put the tables between this. Like so. There's our canteen. And then over across this area here, I need it to be there, don't I? I could put it along this. I need the food tray, the serving table. but it's too big. I don't want it to go here. I want it to go here. So we're gonna move the rat trap to be here. And then I think I need to move the water boiler down too. So we're gonna move this water boiler ever so slightly this direction. I'm really hoping that doesn't remove the insulation because I paid for it. Okay, it doesn't, but it did disconnect that water. So we'll just make sure that we reconnect it there. And then I should be able to now place the serving table right here alongside. That's more acceptable to me. I realize it's still kind of tight here, but it's a more acceptable position to me. And then the canteen then stretches to here. So this will end up being, yeah, or canteen for all these guys to sit in. That's more than enough space. These guys are like, I don't have any free cells. Wah. I don't know why you don't. Is it because it's a dormitory instead of a holding cell? Because, like, I can just turn it back into a holding cell if it'll let me. I'm not sure it'll let me. I wish it would. A lot of these things are complaining about not having cells, which, again, like, I kind of wish it would just cool it, you know? Yeah, like use the dormitory. I don't have that many, right? I have, what, 7... like individual cell capacity. What is it like? This is 6, right? Yeah, so 12, 24. Then this is by 5s, so that's 33. I just lost count. I'm dumb. 12, 24, and this is 10, so 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 38 cells, 50. Oh, okay. So I bet the dormitory is not rated for this many prisoners. So if I change it back to a holding cell, will it shut them up? Because they should be able to go in there. Like, that should be what happens. Here's our storm that we've been waiting for. We have a lot of wind generation, I would think. It's not saying we have any bonuses, but, I mean, if the wind speed is as fast as it predicted, then, you know, it says by 11:43, the wind speed will be 29. Like, I should have bonuses on wind for that kind of thing. And then I think we need to get another transformer set up and another set of batteries so that we can export more power. Guard dog is dead. Guard dog is dead, but not the guard. Does that count as... Yes, it does. When the dog dies, that counts as staff dying. Damn. I was hoping it wouldn't, but all right. No canteens to serve. That's what this is for. So we're going to take and go insane only. Actually, let's do a custom. We're going to say criminally insane and protective custody. And that's what this is. And then we want that same exact thing. Criminally insane, protective custody. They can use... ooh, wait, no. This is criminal insane only. Oh, interesting. No. That needs to be like this. Which means I need... Oh, I can't have them share it. Because I can't tell the individual cells. Hang on. There's a way to solve this. I think there's... The way to solve this, I think, is to go like this. Place a door... Yeah. Okay. I think I know how to do this. We're going to take the door here. We're going to zone this out so that this is protective custody right here. And then this needs to be closed now. Yikes, that's not at all what I wanted. Oh, boo. No, I don't think there's a way around this, though. I can't have a community area Well, I should be. This is the problem: is I can't have them cross into criminally insane only. So I need to block this off. I wonder if I do this. Does this work? Because this is a separate room. So if I can make this protective only, this little area here, make this protective only, then I'm fine. And then I wouldn't need that other stuff. Maybe we don't need this stuff yet. Hang on. Also, I forgot a wall right here. And then that's going to get put in too. I'm okay with this, actually. They can close that down. But what I wanted to build this first. Pretty please. Just so I can see what that does. Okay, that creates an extra thing here. I think this is fine. So this will be this. This is shared, and then this is criminally insane only. Good. It's just about that room designation. It's just like cutting that off. So now we have a way for the dormitory to come here. I like that. That will work for me. We don't need to block all this off. We don't need to have like this extra bit of wall and stuff either, but it's fine. So with that being done, criminally insane is over here. We're going to make sure that our orderlies are now over in this area to kind of hang out, and we're going to need additional orderlies. Oops, I didn't hire them at the road. And then we're going to want to take them out of here, and then we don't need this holding cell anymore either. Yeah, we can move all of that. All that's been replaced by this over here. So now the only thing we need to do now to get this done is we need to have 2 psychiatrists. And I think I can just simply, I can do this by, let's have, I don't want the door to move up like this. So why don't we go like that? This looks a little bit weird, but I think it'll be better in the long run. We'll go ahead and dismantle that door. And then we'll grab another door like so. We'll replace this one with a little door too. Then we'll turn this into an office and this into an office instead of it being a classroom. So this ends up being a psychiatrist's office, which needs to be 5x5. 4x4. Interesting. 4x4. We're going to make it 5x5 anyway. Yeah, 5x5 there, 5x5 there. Then we'll go ahead and separate them like this. I'll have one door on this side here, the other door on this side here. So depending on which psychiatrist you're going to go see is going to determine which door you go to, but they're at least exclusively available. What is the sustenance in the land crap? At least we do it where it's really far away, but like you still have to have like the repairman go and do this. It sucks. Like I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to fix this without the repairman. Because I got my guys trained. At least I thought I did. Let me see. Staff programs. Well, I guess there's really no training program for this kind of thing, is there? Like electrical stuff is not the same. I think you still need repairmen. I'm just gonna hire them to come out and fix it, I guess. I don't like doing that, but it sucks because like I could just rebuild it, but the game doesn't really let me do that. Like bulldoze and then rebuild. It's not letting me do that. I don't know if it's supposed to, but I feel like it should. But in any case, the repairmen will go all the way over there and do it for me. At some point, I think they'll go all the way over there. I don't see them walking yet, but I suspect they'll be on it in no time. See, they're on their way. Okay, so this is our psychiatrist's office, and then with our $6,000 is all we have left here. So we need a desk, of course. For this, yep. Office desk can be here, and let's say here. We'll just make mirrors of each other here. That's probably fine. It looks like we can use any chair we want. We don't need a big chair, so we'll go cheap for now. Put it all the way in the corner. We're going to need a filing cabinet. All the way in the corner. And then we need a wide sofa or a leather sofa. So we'll grab the wide sofa. And we're going to place it on the wall like this for now. Yeah, and then let's do wall lights here and here, I guess. You can't place a wall light on both sides. You can't do that, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do something like this instead. And that'll provide light to this area. So that's going to be a big thing. Once that's done, we'll have to hire these psychiatrists, which are expensive initially, and they're expensive ongoing too. We'll have to hire them and then intake 10 criminally insane. So criminally insane are currently unavailable, supposedly. That sucks. I'm not sure when they're going to become available, but we have to intake 10 of them. I suspect they become available once, like, I'm all set up and it's proven that I'm ready to go with them. Maybe that's how that works. I don't know. And then the padded holding cell. So I don't know. I kind of like the holding cell idea, but it's in a bad spot, you know. And I could make this bigger, and I think I will. Yeah. We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna turn this whole thing into a big old holding cell still, and we'll just say holding cell. So the whole thing's a big holding cell now. Man, this guy loves to call me, doesn't he? I think I'm like his favorite. He wants to call me. Prisoners are apparently unhappy with how little free time they have. Great, it's this event. So now I have to give them, what, 6 hours? If things don't change soon, prisoners are going to start causing some damage. So I need to give them 6 hours a day. All of them need to have 6 hours a day of free time. This is not a good time. Let's go ahead and stop all their training, because that's a lot of cost. I really don't want to disrupt foundation education. We can put a temporary... I don't want to stop on their work addiction, their drug addiction either. I really need all of these programs to go. Solar panel development can probably go. This is expensive. We'll get that to go. Conflict resolution, that has no room anymore. I don't know why. Kitchen safety can probably go for now. I'm trying to cut costs, but I think I really want to keep these 3 on, because foundation education is expensive, but it takes multiple sessions for a prisoner to pass this, and if you disrupt it or interrupt it, they may not take it when you bring it back. So if I keep these guys enrolled, they're more likely to get people to pass, and we need that for the grant later. We need people to pass that. What's this? How's that? Good? Okay. We want to... Oh. We have somebody who's... It's a snitch. It's a snitch. The snitch died. Damn. I need to keep better track of that. I clearly also need a shakedown here too. There's a lot of stuff in my prison. Okay, so yeah, the snitch died. Crap, he should have been in protective, which is over here, of course. Let's put a couple of shower heads in here now. And then we're good to go to bring in protective custody as well. Yeah, this will work just fine. And then staff only, staff only, staff only outside, of course. And staff only here, staff only here. My zones keep getting messed up. Okay. And then this is shared. We're going to change this to be just these 3. So if you're a different breed of prisoner, you go to somewhere else. These are all padded cells. Okay, so now we have psychiatrist's office. These are considered they're taking a break in here, which is weird. We're gonna make sure this is also make sure this is also criminally insane only. And then we're going to want to hire, we have $4,000. Yikes. Hire 2 of these guys. So all I need now is to bring in 10 criminally insane. So again, they're unavailable, which is a really bad deal. I don't know when they're going to become available, but whenever they become available, we'll take 10 on the very next day. And then hopefully that should be enough, I'm hoping, to keep me alive here, because money is pretty tight. Having to like go through and insulate all the pipes and all that stuff is a real drag. The other thing, you may not have noticed, I added a morgue here. So that does exist now. It's right across from the cleaning cupboard. So the infirmary, you can come in here, and then they go out this door to deliver prisoners out to the car. They also may go this way. I don't really know, but I've added a back door there anyway. I probably should get some more prisoners, just a few more. Let's bring 4. It's not very much, but it's just enough to give me that extra bank balance, you know. And then wall lights, we'll put that here, here. I don't know, put another one there. Wall lights should be in the cells too, right? So there. There. Yeah, and then psychiatrist's office has lights. Classroom has lights. This area out here doesn't have any lights yet, but we can add them like that. Yeah, and then there you go. Okay. What is going on with the deaths? Oh, dude, this guy's got like deadly weapons. Where did this guy get the weapon? Where did you get that? Man, I gotta do some this is horrible. I got people getting I think I need tasers. Yep. Receiving extra supplies again. I need to get tasers. I just don't have the cash for it, and I'm way in debt too. So that's why I got to be careful on money. So this is gonna buy me some much needed time, and now my staff morale is gonna start decreasing because people keep dying. When staff die, it makes them less happy, and then they start demanding more money. I might go and give them lower variety food. That'll help my costs as well. Yeah. How many people do I have working in? I mean, it says 15 qualified. I've got 13 jobs here, but I don't know if they're actually gonna, use them. Mysterious crates. So one of the things I got from a mysterious crate, I don't know if it's going to be in storage. One of the things I got was a statue. And I got another pumping station too. But one of the things I got was a wooden statue, warden statue right here. And so I could sell this, or I could install it somewhere. And the warden statue adds to prisoner suppression. Oh, good. We have 3 criminally insane are available now. So we're going to bring in 10 of them. I think I'm going to do this like right away. Yes, $30,000 plus I get the grant. This is what I need right now. So we're going to change the intake arrival to be 10 o'clock. Oh, you're not going to let me do it, are you? You're going to require me to wait a full day between intake. That sucks. Okay. In that case, as far down as we can. So it would be 9 o'clock today. Okay, 9 in the afternoon. That's what we're going to bring that in. We intake 10 of them, and then this grant is done. That's $15,000, and we use that to pay down the loan. Okay. Wow. This is getting stressful. I don't know if you can tell, but like there's certain like financial things happening, right? And I need to I really want I don't want to go into debt. I don't want to have a problem with money. So I'm always constantly trying to manage that. And I'm going to need more orderlies. We've got 3 criminally insane now. Ready to transfer in a minute. Okay, I will approve you. These guys are all trying to transfer because they've been behaving really well. I need to have a minimum security place too. I'm thinking about doing that over here. The minimum security people can work in the farms and stuff because we're going to have farming and stuff. So I think over here will be minimum. And they can, if they act really good, then they can get approved to transfer to a lower security level, which will have higher quality cells. So it'll sort of reward the prisoners who are doing really well. And as a result, they'll be prisoners will be motivated to act better so that they may get better stuff. So we're going to start segregating them that way too. It's just it's a gradual process because there's so many like little expenses, not even little. I mean, the pipes and the cables and the rat stuff, like that stuff is not that cheap. What I am overspending on right now though is workmen. And I'm going to be building stuff later too, but like I'm not really building things until I get a good nest egg. So I think at the moment I should probably let go of a few workmen. Oh, we can visually see this. Okay, so you can see that they are trained. Okay, good. There's a little icon here. I do kind of wish there was something like a badge or something on them. Well, maybe there is. I mean, their hat kind of looks different, doesn't it? Their hats kind of look different. Yeah. Oh, right there. You can see it on the mouse over. Completed electrical training and pest control training. But so did this one, and he doesn't have anything different either. I wish there was a bit more visual here. Yeah, their hats definitely look a little bit different, but I don't think that's really indicating anything. I don't want to fire them because they have training. I just fired a few, but since they have that training, I don't really want to fire them. Same thing with these guys, right? They're trained in all sorts of things. Pest control, cold control, etc. So I don't really want to fire them either. I'm just going to have to do the best I can with what I got. And now the mayor. What do you want? Media have started a campaign over the amenities granted to prisoners, and it's bringing a lot of heat at my office. No exercise equipment in the yards. Wow, seriously? Guys. Sustenance in the land again? I don't know where that is. I'm going to just hire... I'm just going to bring the repairman in. I don't know where that sustenance is, but I'll have them take care of it. Okay, so there's a couple of things we just had happen. The first is we need to have weight benches out of the yards. The easiest way to do this is to just remove the yard from the benches, not the benches from the yard. So we do that, we cross that off the list, we wait, and then we bring the yard back. That's the easiest way to do it because the prisoners will still be able to use these on their free time. They don't have to, it doesn't have to be in a room, so they'll still come in and use it. But it does satisfy the grant or the requirements. The second thing is that free time. I needed to give them additional free time, and I still have to do that. So this might be the reason why they're acting up. Let me go through the regime here. I will give you extra free time here. I will give you 1, 2, 3. Does this count? Like, does the work free time slot count? It probably doesn't. I probably need exactly 6 hours of dedicated free time. That sucks. We'll synchronize these guys' schedules. And then protective custody, we'll have to do the same thing. But this time, the cool thing about this, though, is that... Okay, that's done. That's done now. Give prisoners more free time. Cool thing about this, though, is that we can now isolate it to where they don't travel somewhere else. So I can say in this particular instance that this yard... the yard. Oh, you know what? Here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Yeah, so this room and this room and this room... These are all... Yeah, and then this is staff only. So now I can make it to where they cannot use this. Same thing here. We'll go like this and make sure that these guys are the only ones using these rooms. Yeah, same thing through here. I just want to make abundantly sure that these guys are not traveling over here for any reason. And now they can't. Like, protective custody is pretty trapped in here, so... So with that being done, we should see anyone that's a pink shirt be moved over here automatically since there are no cells or areas where they're allowed to be anymore. That's not public. It's not like everyone. We should see them all be brought over here, and then we can make sure there's always a person in this room to manage that. So yeah, we have Archibald Meat Pants is still over here. Oh, he's still alive. Meat Pants still alive. To get this fixed, whatever the sustenance was, yeah, I think they fixed it. I don't know what's going on with my cooks. Like, this is some weird bug, but all my cooks want to go up here. I don't understand this. This is really silly. This is a constant thing too. Like, I cannot get them to stay in the kitchen, and they all want to like wander the map. It's very weird. And this is a persistent thing I have to keep doing. So I don't know what's going on with the cooks. And it's specifically the cooks too. And then they'll all come out and want to do it again too. Like, no matter what I do, they just want to come. They just want to leave and go out. I don't get it. Look at all of them in a row. They all want to just wander here. And that's causing there to be no food. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I reboot the game and we'll see. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, so I rebooted the game. I got another sustenance in the land. That's just hitting me over and over and over again. So I don't know what that's all about. But the cooks, they are so intent on going out. Like, all of them want to go out of the prison. Like, they all want to go out on the road over there. I've locked them in here, and they still, the moment I put them in the kitchen, out they go. Walk up here, and then they wander around. My janitor seems to be doing it too. Yeah, they all just do that, and I don't know what that's about. Very strange. I can't tell if it's like a break time thing or what. I don't know if there's a problem with cooks or janitors too. Look at them. They're pissed off because they don't have stuff. I don't know what's going on. Now they're all coming back to work. It's so weird. Nope, never mind. They want to, and then they don't, and then they want to, and then they don't. What is happening? I have no idea. I'm gonna let it play on, I guess, and try to figure it out. They're so persistent on going outside. It's really weird. I don't think I've ever seen cooks do that before. And janitors too. They all want to be outside. You might think, well, what if you hire more? I don't have the money to try that out and test it, but it's just weird how they go to work very briefly and then stop. And then you can see there's like no more eat time. So because they want all the free time, I'm only giving them 1 meal a day, except for protective. They get 2. But I mean, there really isn't anything to do. So I guess the thing that bothers me though is that they're way over here. They're not hanging out in the staff room where they can have all their needs met. They're hanging out way over here. And so their bowels, recreation, warmth, hydration, all those needs are not being met. They're just getting comfort somehow. I don't know, it's just odd. Maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it just looks weird. Very confused. I don't know. There's the grant completion as we just got, no, that's a different grant. What grant was that? $10,000 grant completion. What grant was that? Is it, wish I could tell. Sustenance grant? No. Detention center. I'm not sure which one that was. It wasn't criminally insane. I don't know, man. I've been trying to figure this out for like the last 20 minutes or so. That little cut, I've been at it for a while, trying to reload it and refreshing it with Steam and doing all sorts of things. And I'm a little bit like just confused as to why my cooks want to be out here instead. And then the game is hitting me with a ton of these too. Seriously wounded in the workshop. We can get them. Yeah, we can get them there. That's fine. I would assume my doctors would already be on the case, but perhaps not. It is a good idea though, right? Since we have this now, it's a thing. we should place first aid stations in here, right? So if we place first aid stations inside the workshop, then our staff will be able to use them, quickly. So I'm gonna do that. And so the staff that are trained at first aid, they'll be able to administer the basic stuff to keep people alive. But for the time being, it's just the doctor right now, which he'll take care of it. But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna keep playing on a little bit, trying to get some cash. It looks like we got I'll probably figure it out. I'll go back and see which one it was. Oh, it's the prison manufacturing. Yeah, we made 30 license plates. There it is. Yeah, figured it out. See, so we can decrease the loan just a little bit. No, won't let me do it. I need to take another thing then. So we'll go. We can go cell block C. We should be able to hit that, I think. Cell block C. That's 22,000. I can pay down the loans considerably now. And as soon as we get this intake in 2 hours, then the criminally insane one will be done. And I'll be granted another 15K plus the money for the intake. And those prisoners get intake at... where is it? I'm tired, man. You can tell my brain doesn't work right now. I get paid $3,000 a pop. So that's an extra $30,000. It's going to be $30,000 for the intake plus an additional 15 for the completion bonus. So we're going to be firmly out of debt, financially good, and now I can breathe and be like, I'm not going to have a money problem, because I was legit concerned about being that far in debt and not really having much of an answer to it. But and now there's this. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, this is... I'm going to fix this too, because clearly this stuff needs to be broken down now too. So I'll get this stuff done. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave it like this. Guys, thank you for putting up with my disorderliness. I acknowledge it. See, we're not even going to bring these guys to their cells, because a holding cell apparently doesn't count as a cell for them, I guess. So we need to expand. That'll be the next thing we do. We're going to get a maximum security wing, probably right over here. We'll use dirty cells, really bad cells for that over here. And then these guys will be the normal ones. And then minimal security will be over here. They're going to have access to farming stuff. They're going to have much cozier cells, much better cells. And they'll also be working in the workshop as well. So lots more to come. I just got to figure out where to place it. That's pretty much it. So yeah, and I'll let it go. And now we have more rats. Beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. Please hit the like button if you want to. If I've earned it at all, hit it. I'll appreciate that. And hopefully you'll join me for the next one, where we'll have a plan and we'll go and we'll execute it. And we absolutely will not get disrupted by sustenance problems or substance or whatever the heck it's called. I don't know. Take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.